Hello, welcome all to Anudeep, your Study Buddies YouTube channel. I hope you are enjoying IMO lecture series. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about the topic called data handling and we have seen how to solve problems using pie chart. Let us discuss about bar chart today. So let us understand few basics. Data handling part 2, bar chart. Importance of data. Before proceeding further, let us recall the importance of data that we have discussed in lecture 3. As we know, data plays a very important role in our life. You can see data in the form of newspaper, Google Maps on your mobile phone. These are all using the data for the purpose of storing it, retrieving it and presenting it. Data representation. Data representation helps in quick analysis of data. It is used for better decision making. So it is very important to store the data, use it wisely and represent it so that it will make sense for the analyst to make better decisions. Data can be represented graphically in the form of pie chart that we have discussed in earlier lecture, bar chart, double bar chart, histogram, pictogram. We are going to study today about the bar chart in detail. Bar chart. Bar chart enables us to compare numerical data, usually in the categorical values. So the data is given in various categories like you see on the screen. There are different languages spoken, Spanish, Hindi, Tamil, English. So these are the various categories that are represented using the bar chart. Bar chart consists of rectangular bars with the heights or the length proportional to the value they represent. So on the screen, as you are seeing bar graph, these are how many people there. They are speaking the language Hindi. That is what you can notice regarding the height of the Hindi bar corresponding to the number represented on the y-axis. Will give you how many of them they speak the Hindi language. You also see another diagram that is called histogram on the slide. The main difference between the histogram and bar chart, as you can notice, is there is a gap in the graph bar, but there is no gap when you are drawing the histogram. Histogram represent numerical data or quantitative data. Let us understand about the double bar graph. On the screen, you see a graph where two graphs or bars are plotted for the same category. So a double bar graph is a graphical representation of a data on the same graph. In the adjacent double bar graph, data regarding different teachers spending their time on discussion of homework for Wednesday and Thursday is given. So for the same teacher like Mrs. Smith, how much time she is spending on homework discussion on Wednesday and Thursday is plotted, right? So it is easier to compare the given values for the same entity on the graph. Tricks. It is very easy to solve problems on bar chart. It is a good idea to use the scale to measure the height of a bar. So what you can do, you can put the scale on the height of a bar graph horizontally and we can obtain the corresponding number on the y-axis. That is what is the value that bar is representing. So you always look into the index first to identify the pattern used to represent a specific category on the graph. So depending upon the problem, you can carry out the operation and perform the calculation. Let us discuss one problem from IMO 2015 Set A exam paper. In this question, you have been asked to study the bar graph and you have been asked to, there are preferences given by the people who are playing different games, cricket, football, tennis, and different years are given. First, and the question asked is, what is the ratio of the number of people preferring to play cricket to the number of people preferring to play tennis? Let us see how to solve. So let us simplify the problem which is asked in IMO 2015 Set 8 question number 49. Here you have been asked to find the ratio for the people who are preferring to play the cricket to the people who are preferring the tennis. So from the bar graph, if you can observe carefully from the screen, there are three different bars for each year have been given to you. For the cricket, it is a blank bar. For football, it is completely black shaded bar. And for the tennis, it is with the dashed lines, the bar is created. So we are interested in knowing the bars for the year 2003. So as you can see, the blue underlined year 2003 is displayed. And now for that year, we need to just compare the two bars, one for the cricket, which is blank one, and corresponding to it, if you draw the horizontal line to the y-axis, number appears is 375. And for the tennis, that is with the dashed line, if you plot the horizontal line on the y-axis using your scale, then you get the number is 325. So what we observe is number of people preferring to play cricket in year 2003 was 375, and the number of people preferring to play tennis in 2003, it is equal to 325. So the ratio, if we take 375 upon 325 and if you reduced divided it by 5, it will reduce to 15 by 30. So the ratio that we get as an answer is 15 as to 13. Let us now discuss the next question which has been asked in IMO 2018-19 set B, question number 46. Question says, study the given histogram representing the weights of the students for class 8th and answer the following. As we have discussed before, that in histogram, each bar chart, they are connected. That is, it represents the continuous data. So here we have been given the different weights of student in kgs on the x-axis, and on the y-axis we have the number of students. First question says, how many students weighs at least 30 kg but less than 45? Let us see how to solve this. As you can see the screen, here this bar graph depicts the data for the different age group of students which are weighing from 20 kgs to 45 kgs. Now in our question, we have to find out the total number of students between 30 kg and 45. So if you can see on the x-axis, number 30 and number 45. So the last graph represent the number of students, last bar represent the number of students which are less than 45 kgs. So this answer consists of three different parts, 30 to 35, 35 to 40 and 40 to 45. So let us see how many students are there between 30 to 35. So if we can just put a scale on the top of 30 to 35 bar, what you see? You see the number of students there are 15. For the next bar, that is 35 to 40, number of students they are 25. And for the last, they are from 40 to 45 kgs, we have just 5 students. Now we have been asked how many in all. So we have to sum all these 15 plus 25 plus 5, giving you answer as 45. So for the first sub question, we have the answer as 45. Now, in the second sub-question, we have been asked which class interval has the highest frequency. So, the class with the highest frequency can be identified with the tallest bar in the given graph. So, the one which is tallest is that you observe which has the frequency equal to 25. It has been shaded by the red stripes for you. And if you can just notice the interval, that are the numbers appearing on the x-axis, they are from 35 to 40. So the class interval corresponding to the frequency 25 is 35 to 40. So both the answers from the MCQ, if you want to identify the correct one, where we have the answer for the first sub question and the second, that is for the first we got the answer as 45 and for the second it is 35 to 40. So the correct answer is D. So today we have discussed about the bar chart. We have discussed about a few tricks. I hope that is very much clear to you. Just to recall and to give recap, when you have a bar chart and when you have the data is represented in the form of different bars, the easy way or a trick is you put a scale on the top of the horizontal bar and corresponding number on the y-axis will indicate what is the frequency or what is the data it is representing. So for A category, the value on the y-axis is 10. For the B, As you can see, it is 20. Again for the C, it is 10. And for D, it is 25. So using the scale, it will give you the appropriate number for the calculation. And as you know, bar chart is basically used for categorical data. So I hope my videos will be helpful for you to prepare a topic on data handling. See you with next interesting topic very soon. Thank you.